Teijanni Reijnders. 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 Teijanni Reijnders.
Good morning. Pronounced Teijanni Reijnders. Is that what it's for?
Yes, it's for me. It's for me. And listen, I told everyone that I would go away and do my fucking research. Teijanni Reijnders.
There we go.
Reijnders.
There we go.
Listen, I forgot about AI and all that shit right now. You type that in on YouTube and it brings up about 10 different videos on how to pronounce it. So Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. It's opened my eyes on everything. I'm literally going to practice every single fucking name of every single football player. I can't even pronounce fajitas right.
Oh, no. Listen,
do you know what they are? Do you know what? When I say fajitas, do you know what I mean?
Food.
Right, yeah, good. So I do say it well enough for you to know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cool.
All I'll say, mate, is that I wonder what song we're going to be singing about him.
Teijanni Reijnders, the red nose, the blue nose reindeer.
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? It's obvious.
Devious Ducky, you can fuck right off with that one, though. You can, yeah, I have no idea with that one. But Teijanni Reijnders.
Teijanni Reijnders.
We've got it right. We have got it right. Right then, welcome. Good morning, Blues. Welcome back to another Good Morning Blues. I actually haven't got an overlay for this. I need to make an overlay for this, but thought I'd get Uncle Alan involved again, as everyone does love a bit of Uncle Alan in the morning. Someone actually in the comments yesterday said that you're like that funny uncle, or when they go to family events, you're just that funny uncle.
Well, I'm old now, you see, so I will be the, I was
40 is not old.
I'm 58, mate.
Oh, well, if you want to say it, I was giving you a compliment.
I'm not ashamed of it, mate, because I don't look it. It's great. So
I don't look 30 neither.
You look older than that. I look about 42.
Wait, yeah. What about this one? Can you pronounce Kyriakos Papadopoulos? Papadopoulos. I'm pretty certain I did say that right. Kyriakos Papadopoulos.
Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah.
Because there used to be on Birds of a Feather.
Yeah.
Remember Birds of a Feather?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Wasn't he?
I've got a dodgy fire sticks over here where I get all the channels from the UK live, so I still get to watch a lot of the UK TV because it's better than Australian shit.
One of the people in Birds of a Feather, wasn't he called something like Nick Papadopoulos or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pensioner talk. Real talk it is. Anyway, right, what to talk about? Listen, so far I know everyone's been checking Twitter non-stop. So have I. Do you want me? Right, so when I wake up in the morning, right, don't worry, this is PG. I know it's before the watershed. But when I wake up in the morning, and Alan, by the way, I'm not going to lie, sometimes you fucking wake me up in the morning.
Well, I'm at late at night.
Yeah. Don't ring me at 7:30 in the morning, mate. I'm currently jobless, right? This is currently my job. I don't do shows till 10:30. Even if I have my daughter doesn't need me up till 7:30 in the morning, right? You wake me up at 7:30 in the morning, right? Thanks, Alan. Thank you. And furthermore, even if I do wake up, you don't want to see me half asleep going, morning, Alan, especially when I'm suffering from hay fever, right? But this is what I do. So the first thing I do when I wake up, usually in the morning, is the first thing I always check is YouTube Studio, right? Just to see how the videos have done through the night and whatever. Yeah, I know it's sad, it's embarrassing, but that is what I do. I usually then check WhatsApp, and I'll be honest with you, I usually check my unarchived messages first. Archived messages, you come a bit later. I won't say who's in archived and who's in unarchived. You can work that out for yourself. Then I go on Instagram. I usually check Instagram. But I'll be honest, through the last week, something has jumped to the top, and it's Twitter. The first thing I do is go on Twitter.
I never used to read. You know, I never used to read Twitter ever.
Nah, me neither.
I read it now.
I do, and I go to City Extra because City Extra are pretty damn good at sharing the news we need to see. And let's be honest, this morning when I checked City Extra, and actually I thought, City Extra, you've been pretty busy through the night because, 4 hours ago they posted another edition from Liverpool. About obviously the coach that we're getting. Well, 4 hours ago, that would have been at 6:45 in the morning. 5 hours ago, they posted, do you think Man City need a right back this summer? 5 hours ago, that would have been 5:30 in the morning. And 6 hours ago, Man City are now, and then 7 hours ago, do you know what? I'm beginning to think they actually had something set up with a bot releasing it all. Yeah, they weren't busy through the night, were they? I've just fell for that one. But we have got one tweet from City Extra this morning that's worth mentioning, and that is Ryan Cherki wants a move to Man City completed before next Tuesday.
Well, both our targets playing internationals at the moment.
They are, yeah. So right, so
nothing's going to be done.
When you say both, are you presuming that Teijanni Reijnders, that's how we're going to pronounce it now, whenever. Teijanni Reijnders. You're not seeing him as a signing now. You're seeing him done and dusted, right?
Well, none of them have signed this contracts. None of them have folded the shirt.
All right, cool. Well, in that case, we've got three. So Reijnders, yes, you're right. He's still away with the Netherlands, has 2 games. Ait-Nouri is away with Algeria, has 2 games. And as far as I am aware, so Cherki is away with the French national squad. They play tonight. I'm going to be doing a watch along on Big Up tonight.
It's going to be away. It's going to be away. What I will say is
the fact that he's saying he wants it done by. This is the interesting thing. So he said he wants it done by the 10th. That means one.
Who's saying that? Is he saying that, or is it a reporter saying that?
Well, apparently Cherki is saying he wants a deal done by the 10th, but that would make sense because Cherki probably wants to go to the Club World Cup.
Absolutely.
So, and for him to go to the Club World Cup, he has to be done by the 10th.
Yeah, but if the club want it done, it's not costing a fortune, with all due respect, right? In the way the transfer, why are the club lowballing?
No, Alan. Do you know what? This is so weird with you, right, Alan? That most of the people that react the way you react are under the age of 25, right?
I know.
You're the only one older that is. Alan, do you have TikTok?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Do you watch YouTube Shorts, Instagram Shorts, and TikTok?
Yeah, occasionally.
Right. You're an impatient bastard, aren't you?
I'm totally impatient, but I'm also playing to the crowd, i.e., the comments and the younger play, because I know that would wind them up.
Oh right, okay.
You should know me by now.
No, because I nibble.
When I
nibble at anything.
About when you're at Palace in the stand, when I put we need to get on this game, I know you've gone, fucking hell, I've seen that.
Yeah, I did. I was in the game showing my mate next to me going, fuck's sake, man. But I nibble at everything. It doesn't matter if I know. Like, there's this guy people that are all over YouTube, so watch other streams, right? They'll know that there's a guy called Ilyas, right? who he knows how to make me fucking nibble for fun. And I know he's doing it, right? But I still fucking nibble every single time.
I'm doing it to you. I do it to Martin as well. You're not the only one. And Martin bites like that.
There we go.
Last night. Now, I'm not going to have a go at Martin too much because...
No, go on, have a go at Martin. Have a go at him.
He's got a personal situation.
He'll pop up. All right, don't speak about his personal situations.
No,
all right, not that one.
He was supposed to come on at 10:30 last night on the main human way. So I'm sat here like I am now, waiting for him to come on. I'm just sat here like this, right, for 40 minutes. And it's getting late. I'm tired. I was tired because I was on with you in the morning. I was absolutely knackered. And I was texting him and ringing him, no answer. And I text Patrick and I said, are we going to go? So I'm waiting for Martin to switch us on. I went, right, well, in that case, I'm going to bed. Fuck it. I'm tired. I got in bed and he texted me, where are you? Oh, get down. Oh, fuck that. I'm still going to sleep. So that was it.
Lee Gates, really appreciate quality show this. Daps, you're brilliant. Fucking hell, thank you very much. Not many people call me that, so thank you very much. There we go. See, I live with someone that calls me a wanker. Lovely. But appreciate that, Lee. Thank you very much. You made my day. Do you know what I did this morning when I dropped my daughter off? We park on one side of the road, and I walked her to the traffic lights, and she started going, can you stay here and I'll walk to the gates myself? So I was like, okay. Well, because she's nearly 10. Well, she's 9.5. That's what she does now. She's wanting, like, anyway. So I said, okay. And quite a few of the parents stand on the other side of the road. So I said, give me a kiss goodbye. And she went, and I go, love you. And she was looking at her friends across the road and she said, love you. And I go, no. So I thought, right, for that, I go, no, Kiana, look at the top of my voice. Kiana, look at me when you tell me you love me, right? So she shook her head and then she walked over, looked at me. I go, love you. And she whispers, love you, gives me a kiss, crossed the road. But then I thought, right, I'm having it. Bye, Kiana, love you. To the point where, and I kept doing it to the point where her teacher stopped her as she was going and goes, Kiana, your daddy, not your dad, your daddy is telling you he loves you. Wave goodbye and tell him you love you. And she looked at the teacher and then the teacher was like, Kiana. So she was like, bye, daddy. I got messages off of 3 of the mums saying, oh my God, she looked like the floor like she wanted the floor to just swallow her up forever. But anyway, Kiana, I love you. Anyway, right.
She'll always stick for that in class now.
Oh, she will, yeah, absolutely. But right, so I've said this story before. There's some lads that come round and knock on my door in hope that she's at my house. They came round on Tuesday, 2 of them, knocked on the door. One of them used to be a City fan, but he's no longer a City fan because City are rubbish, apparently, and he now supports Man United, which is mental.
What?
Yeah,
I don't get that because they're shit.
Makes no sense whatsoever. But yesterday he was in a full kit Real Madrid. The other lad supports Tottenham. But anyway, so they came on Tuesday. I said, she's not here today. She's at her mum's. She'll be here tomorrow. So, of course, yesterday they came around 4 p.m., knocked on the door, and me and her both answered the door. I said, unfortunately, she's got gymnastics. She can't come out to play. And they go, oh, what time is she back from gymnastics? And I go, about 6 p.m. No, about 6:30. So they're like, okay, cool. Anyway, so they went off. So I said, right, Kiana. And on the way back from gymnastics, I opened the middle bit in my car. I said, I've got these. And don't ask me why I have these, people, but I do have them. Water bombs, right? So I said, when we get home, we're making some water bombs. So we went and made a load of water bombs, and her bedroom's right above the front door. I knew they'd come back. 6:30 on the dot, they arrived. Window open. She's trying to be, no, but she's not good at it. She's like dangling it, going, oh, look what I've got. I was like, nah, get out the way. Started pelting water bombs at them. She's not coming out to play. Off they go. Lovely.
Brilliant.
But now football chat. So, Alan.
Can I ask you a question? Did you do some research?
On who?
On Mr. Trafford.
Right there. Have you seen my tweet this morning?
No, I didn't see it.
Have you not seen my tweet yet?
Not yet, no. So
have you not seen my agenda?
I've been watching, mate. I've been binge watching Be
I
binge
made this
watching.
just for you.
This is our city.
Alan, let me tell you right now, I did do some research after having a conversation with you on a certain Mr. James Trafford. I did. I went away and I watched him, right? I watched him with his feet, and I made this slide just for you. James Trafford, right, get him the fuck back to City.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Bro,
Totally
he's
agree.
mint with his feet, you know?
I know he is.
Proper, to the point where I saw him doing, Ederson vibes, waiting till the player is right and, sidestepping him and that. He's mint with his feet. For me, it's a no-brainer. All of this talk about, we need homegrown players. When we've this guy and a buyback on him, go and trigger it right now.
He's 22, right? He's 6'6", saves penalties. His record this season is brilliant. He's getting more mature every day, and we're going to allow him to go to Newcastle. And
We can't. Honestly, after going and doing some research, and looking at how, bro, he's not just comfortable with the ball at his feet, he's Ederson vibes with the ball at his feet. I'm not going to say, by the way, that he's getting the assists like Ederson, but even some of the passes I've seen him dinking through the middle, he's proper with his feet. We can't let him go Newcastle.
People judge him on 2 years ago when he was 19, 20. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. For me, look, I'm still going to say I want Livramento, right? Irrelevant to this, I want Livramento. When we did a show in Nobbins the other day and he was really breaking down the homegrown thing, in a season or two's time, we're going to need a few more English players, right? Potentially. Yep. But right now, Alan, thank you for making me aware. Right? For once, I'm with you on Brexit football.
How long have I been telling you about James Trafford?
You have, and I've been ignoring you because I just didn't think it was. The better thing is when I was looking for pictures of him, right, I actually found a few stories out there that City really might hijack Newcastle for him.
Well, if Ortega or Ederson decide to leave, I wouldn't hesitate. Straight away, bang.
Nah, 100%. The only thing is, right, if we go in for him, anyway, James Trafford, just to show you the slide. By the way, I'm going to start making these slides more often. He's English, 29 out of 45 clean sheets last season, 2 penalties against him, both saved. Is he good with his feet? Absolutely. And where was he born? Is he a Manchester boy? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Don't know if he's a Manchester boy anyway. But no, Alan, thank you. I'm sold on him.
Right, I told you. And he's young and he'll be with us for more than 10 years.
Yeah. I think we should. If not only that, I don't want Newcastle to go and get a top quality goalkeeper and us to miss out on him. I do think he's one that if we let go to Newcastle, we'll regret it. By the way, while we're talking, he's Cumbrian. Okay. Cumbrian's kind of about
Barrow.
It's from Barrow.
Yes, because there's no. Mate, get him. Don't piss about. Get him.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, look, 42 million, 40 million is a lot of money, but we're going to be paying the same for Diogo Costa as well. Right. People are saying Cherki in the chat. Why are you saying Cherki in the chat? Are you saying you want us to talk on Cherki? Did you watch? Actually, before we move on to that, let me have a quick look to see if there's any more news. Still no more news. Did you watch Germany v Portugal last night?
No.
Okay. Do you know the score?
I know Portugal went through.
They did indeed.
No, Bernardo had a bit of a tiff with Mr. Verts.
Yeah. He did indeed.
Good lads.
Good lads. All I can say. Listen, fucking all I can say is absolutely brilliant. And also,
did Bernardo bring his coffee out as well when he was finished? Just to
he'd finished the coffee. But the other thing that was hilarious about Bernardo was in his interview after the game when he basically said, if the ref doesn't know the offside rule, it is what it is. Just barefaced said it. But Bernardo, do you know what? Bernardo did exactly why I love him. He loves how to piss off a fucking red. He knows how to piss off a fucking Scouser.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if he did say Cherki's better than him.
He's actually 6'5". That's what he is. So he's only an inch out.
Well, all the inches matter, Alan. You should know this.
Yes.
But no, look, congratulations to Portugal. Ruben Diaz got an assist, although, you know, it wasn't too much of an assist. It goes down as an assist, so we'll have it. Great goal by Conceição, and then Ronaldo again scored, does what Ronaldo does. Bro, imagine he's 42 years old and he's still doing that.
I know, it was his fit, he's very fit.
He's a top red. No, I don't mean him. I mean him, my mate's doing the Sui.
I've got
he's a top red him. He's a proper top red, this one.
He's got the right accent for it, though, hasn't he? For being United fan.
I mean, yeah. Anyone would think I'm a United fan with this accent, right? But yeah, then we had last night, we had news come out that City had offered 23 million for Cherki, and everyone's in meltdown. I think a few people have now come out and said that it's fake news and that it's not from a reliable source. People like Alan are throwing their toys out the pram, going, "Oh, why are we negotiating? Just go and pay them whatever the fuck they want. It's a good deal." No, we should negotiate. We should fucking negotiate. We've got time to negotiate. Cherki wants City. City want Cherki. I'm sure City will have said, "Okay, let us negotiate a deal with the club," and that's what we're doing at the moment. Just everyone, calm down, right? There is no way that a first bid is ever going to be what the club wants, right? No way is that going to happen, right? That isn't how football negotiations work, right? We will offer, they will reject it, and we will go back with more. Like, and people that think, "Oh no, that's it, we're going to walk away now." City aren't going to walk away over a couple of million, but they're going to try and get the right fucking deal.
Yeah. Do you know what I am angry about?
What are you angry about? Well, I know a few things you're angry about, but we won't discuss them on this show. So.
I'm actually angry with Pep. If you know the truth.
Oh, go on. Why?
Right. We bought Grealish for £100 million.
Correct.
Right? They've suddenly decided they're going to get rid. Don't you think Pep should be getting a bollocking from the people that run the club, saying, "What are you doing?" Because if he wasn't Pep and he was another manager at some other club and spent that kind of money on one player.
Okay, so sorry.
Do you understand?
I mean, Alan, for someone that is from, very business savvy, do you honestly think that was a Pep Guardiola signing?
No, I hope it wasn't.
Well, there we go. But I'm sorry, I said it at the time. We're going back 4 years, 4 summers ago, when we signed him. I said at the time, look, I'm not saying Pep Guardiola does not want him, but that was one of the first signings that I feel was a bit of a commercial signing, right? And I said, look, I have no doubt that they have gone to Pep and said, "Do you think you could work with Jack Grealish?" And Pep has said, yeah, I can work with Jack Grealish. But I'm sorry, if we go back to that summer was just after the outrage from every single English football fan saying Jack Grealish should be playing for England more. Jack Grealish should be playing for England more. He just had a great season for Villa. He was one of the most marketable players in British football. And it felt to me a bit like board signing. There's no coincidence that he came in and I think his shirt sales that season were record breaking, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying Pep didn't want him, but that was a club signing. That was not a Pep signing.
We're going to take a huge loss,
But we're going to take a loss, but at the same time, we've made our money back on him already, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of commercial value that Grealish brought in his first 6 months was insane, right? But then the other thing is, and look, I'm not going to talk football now, but I am going to talk assets. Because I've never worked at a football club, but I have worked.
It's a good debate, this, because you're speaking sense.
So I used to work in the IT industry, right? And I used to be in charge of an IT budget, right? And what that meant was that firstly, I had to, and I was cradle to grave. So I bought the assets, so I knew how much each asset cost, right?
Yep.
And I disposed of the assets, right? So I know how much we got for each asset, whether it be recycled or whether it be, and I know all the costs down the line. Now, with companies, when you buy an asset, a laptop is an asset. You have CapEx, you have OpEx. CapEx is for items that has a book value. OpEx is for operational costs. So the CapEx, CapEx items, you have a book value. And that basically means that the value of the business, you include all of the assets, right? Yep. So if a laptop costs £1,000, then for every laptop you have that is X number of years old, it has one book value, right? And each company will say, so at the company I work for, a laptop had 4 years book value, right?
Yeah.
The first year was at full price. So if it's £1,000, that was £1,000 towards the value of the business, right? You could add it on. So for every single laptop. For the second one, it would be 75%. Third year, 50%. Fourth year, 25%. And then no value on the book. Which now, so I had to inform the business whenever we disposed of laptops. I had to inform the business, right? Yeah. Until it was over 4 years old. Then I no longer had to inform them. Why? Because it had no book value. And it's called, if you keep something for longer than the book value, it's called sweating the asset, right? Yeah. So if you have a laptop and you make your laptop estate, you say, right, we don't replace any laptops till they're 6 years old. You're sweating the asset and you're getting an extra 2 years value out of that laptop, right? So I don't know what City have set their assets at, right? But I would say that it's probably going to be round about 4 or 5 years, because that seems to be the general thing. After 4 or 5 years, the asset has earned you the money back. It's no longer got a book value and you can let it go for free, right? So I think for me, City won't be looking for big money on Jack Grealish, because I think that they will have sweated the asset. Anything over that would be profit.
How long has he got left on his contract? 2 years?
2 years, 2 years. So to be fair, that's a valid point, Alan. They might have said the asset has a 6-year value because it's got a 6-year contract, right? Yeah. At which case, you would probably say each year it drops in value. So now you'd be looking at the last 2 years on his contract. He's probably worth between 20 and 30 million. Now, I think we can get 20 to 30 million for Grealish with ease.
Yeah, I agree with you. And what pisses me off is we're going to have to pay half his bloody wages, because
unless we sell him. Unless we sell him, and then there'll be some sort of negotiation there. But look, we spoke on Grealish yesterday. It's sad, right? I wanted Grealish to. So his book value. So someone said here his book value is 38 million. Okay, that might be it. And do I think we could get 40 million for Grealish? I think we probably could.
Yeah, I agree with you. We can. I totally agree with you. Now, I think it's obvious now he's not going to America, but they're trying to do a deal with him now. They don't want him getting injured.
Yeah. Well, and I think, look, the writing was on the wall last day of the season, wasn't it? When he wasn't in the squad. The fact that I think he'd reported to training for the last week, probably with a bit of a shit attitude. And it is what it is. It's sad. Look, I don't think there's many City fans out there that won't wish him well and want him to do well elsewhere. Dependent, of course, unless it's at Liverpool, Liverpool or Arsenal or Man United, to be fair.
At the end of the day, we've got to remember, he's won the league. How many times has he won the league now? 3 times? 3. He's won the league, 3 times. Right?
3 times. 3 times. Yeah, 3 times.
He won the league for us 3 times. And he was in the treble season as well. And he won the treble for us. So we have to love him. End of story. Anyone bad mouths him, you're wrong. You're out of order.
Sorry, Thunder Rod. Something like that. Right. Yeah, and I just wish him the best of luck. I hope he goes. Do you know what? I'd like him to go to a Newcastle. Or do you know what? No, I would love him to go abroad. I'd absolutely love Jack Grealish to go abroad, right? Get away from the English media, although the English media aren't too bad on him. But Newcastle, I can wish him well. He ain't going to go to, hopefully he won't go anywhere else. But yeah, we move on, man, from Grealish. It's sad, but who would take Grealish? Right, so I think Tottenham would take Grealish.
Can they afford it? Can they afford his wages?
Well, I mean, listen, I think there's a good chance that Son might leave, you know.
Well, yeah, he's done what he needs.
Right, I don't really want to talk other clubs too much on this channel. However, I think with Son, right, such an interesting one, because it is factual that when Son leaves Chelsea, yeah, a lot of their revenue is disappearing, right?
Well, you mean Tottenham, not Chelsea.
Sorry, Tottenham. Sorry, not Chelsea. Sorry. Because he's got a huge fan base from Korea, right?
Oh, massive.
When he leaves Spurs, a lot of that. Sorry, apologies for saying Chelsea, any Chelsea fans, but a lot of that fan base will leave with him, right? I do know that they've got a young Korean that they've signed last summer that I think they're hoping. I think they're hoping that the Koreans stay for him. But look,
I'll tell you what, Daps. Son's been a great player.
Oh, phenomenal. And do you know what? With him, I mean, the fact is, he's 32 now, and just like that, look, this is spot on. Son is like Kevin, lost the yard, and this is it. Whenever I see any Son or any De Bruyne slander, it's like, nah, they're just the way they play football and the age they're at. It happens. But I've seen that Saudis are looking at Son now. I get why the Saudis would look at Son, because obviously the Saudis are trying to ultimately promote Saudi Arabia and promote Saudi Arabian Football League. Yeah, get Son over there. Get Son over there. Listen, that's a whole new group of people coming over to watch that league. So, but at the same time, leave it. So Tottenham could probably still get quite good money for Son because Saudis will want Son. But will Spurs and Levy want to get rid of Son, knowing that their young Korean has not come of age yet? So that's an interesting one. But look, I do think they'll have money for Grealish. They've just got Champions League football. Newcastle, they've got money. I don't know. I don't know where he goes. But look, with Grealish, we wish him the best of luck. Another one, Daps, we've messed up the Cherki deal. How have we messed up the Cherki deal? What? So do you think we've messed up the Cherki deal just because we've put in one bid, LB? And this isn't LB, but LB, do you think by putting in a first bid, even if the bid is true, because it might not be, that messes up a whole deal? No, that don't mess up the deal. Calm down and don't believe some nerds on Twitter that tell you it's ruined. Calm down, man.
Let everybody know, if you believe Twitter, you're an idiot. Honestly, seriously.
But saying that bid's insulting. No, look, Bo, the bid is not insulting. If they want 30 million, to offer 7 million less is not insulting. Again, Bo, from the business world, to offer less for someone is not insulting. Like, seriously. Just because someone on Twitter said it's a disgrace or it's insulting, that does not mean it's a disgrace or it's insulting. Do you know how many times a house could be on for 300,000, an investor will come in and offer you fucking 180?
Yep.
It happens all the time. It's just testing the water, because the first bid, you then usually get a response of, no, the lowest they will accept is, right? That no one will ever tell you the lowest someone will accept before you bid. The minute you bid, you're then given an indication of what a realistic offer looks like. Am I right, Alan?
Yep, correct.
You lowball, they turn around and go, nah. So you say, okay, well, what type of figure do I need to be offering for them to accept? And then they'll go, well, it needs to be round about this mark, say 28. You're then going with 26, right? Because if they say they'll accept round about 28, you don't go in with 28, you then shortball that as well. Calm down, everyone, man. Listen, this board know what they're doing, despite the fact that everyone thinks this board doesn't know what they're doing. They want us to four-peat in a treble. And by the way, that was through, let's all be honest with ourselves, we bought it. right? Two narratives can't be true. We bought it. Everyone tells us we bought it. So if we bought it, we're buying pretty fucking well, right? Because we got 4 in a row and a treble. So exactly, we've got the best board in the world. The best board in the world. By the way, I'm going to keep putting this super chat up. Quality show this. Daps, you're brilliant. I'm going to save that. I'm just going to keep putting it up. Pause. What are we on likes-wise? We are on 194 likes, not bad. 390 watching though, so they can be higher. Let's get those likes up towards 250, please, 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 people. By the way, just a quick one. Anyone that follows Steve on Instagram, make sure you're checking his story. Now he's over in South Africa. It's going to be a lot of fun over there. So people, please keep checking your story. And I'm going to put this one up as well. Sorry, where is it? Daps, you're fucking fantastic. Always remember that. Yep, I will do. Can't get enough of these comments, Soups. What's this one? What is your view on high value players, hyped up players, always flopping? Nah, I don't believe it. I mean, I really want fucking Wirtz to flop, but I don't think he's going to flop. I think Wirtz is even this.
He's too good a player.
I'll put that one up just for you. Daps, you a twat. Right. So we spoke on James Trafford. Cherki, yeah, there's not too much news on Cherki yet. Let me just have another quick look. See, I'm going to keep. Yeah, I'm good. This is, you know, you're in a bad place, right? Where you keep refreshing Twitter.
Yeah. Well,
do you know
nothing's going to happen because the players are playing international duty. So we have to be patient.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone played yesterday. I feel like I'm pretty right. So Cherki plays today, if he plays, and I think Reijnders. Hold on, 1 second. See, I'm nearly going to pronounce that wrong. Give me a second, people.
Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders.
Right, thank you. Right, so sorry, I just had to. So
Teijanni Reijnders.
Teijanni Reijnders plays tonight. So I think that we will probably see something on him. And I think Ait-Nouri plays tonight. Don't tell me I'm pronouncing that wrong. And Cherki plays tonight. So I would imagine that after they play tonight, there might be the potential that we see something on Friday with them.
Correct.
Because
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if I'm getting injured. Oh God!
Yeah, but I can't imagine. I mean, look, ultimately their agents can continue to negotiate throughout. But sorry, right. Quick one. We've just had my mate's dad's just dropped us off 2 Coke Zeros, right? So which one shall I have? In fact, sorry, I'm going to do a poll on this one because I'm really not too sure. It's very difficult on which one I select. So let me just end that poll. And let me start a new poll. Start a poll. You're gonna have 3 minutes on this one. Which, and by the way, anyone that's saying, "Oh, don't support Coke Zero," sorry, for me, I understand but I don't get involved in those political conversations. Apologies. I'm not supporting either side, but I'm not getting involved in that political conversation.
You want to drink? You want to drink Coke Zero? Fucking drink it. Jesus.
Oh, trust me, I will do. So who was it? It's Henry, and who was the other one? Is it James? James. I hope it's not James, because James is a fucking boring name.
It's Thierry Henry, after the kind words he said about KDB, it's Thierry Henry for me.
Well, we're gonna let the poll decide. The poll is there. People, please vote. Which one should I have, James or Henry? Pause. Actually, Alan, really quick debate. Coke Zero. In fact, I've seen you drinking Coke Zero. I was going to say Coke Zero, normal Coke. The girls. Hold on, wait. Where'd you get that bottle from? I need that bottle. Come and look at this one.
Where'd you get that from?
The girls.
All right.
It's a 1 point. It's a 1 point for the girls. Why do you think he got it? Do you know what? I actually got it from an Uber Eats guy. He brought me a pizza yesterday, and he brought it with him. And I went, perfect, well done.
So yeah, but that one was weird, Soup. So you just had one with. Can you remember the Pammy bottle, Virgin Cola?
Yeah.
Shaped like Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
My squad.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Do you know what? Do you know what'd be a really good game, right? Is you go into one of them places where they've got all of the different ones there, right?
Yeah.
And you just you cover your eyes, you reach in, and whatever name you pull out. So say you pull out Amy, you have to go. You've got 24 hours to draw an Amy, and I don't mean draw. Sorry, to go and chat up an Amy in.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Kiss with tongues. Hey, Suits, we should play that game next week in London.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Oh,
Basically,
no,
then we could just go around every bar going, excuse me, is your name Amy? No, fuck off, you slag.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I'm joking. Any females? I'm joking.
I thought you were seeing someone anyway.
No, I'm not anymore.
Have you not?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's not good.
It's
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let's move on. We will see. Life is short, and happiness is the key to life, isn't it? But right, let's see how this is going because I'm pretty parched. It's 50 for fuck's sake! Don't make it. There's no way it's 50. Oh, Henri's moved in front. 45 votes. Right, we need to get to 100 votes, and my mate really wants to have a drink. So people, please make sure. By the way, other drinks are available. This one, normal lemonade and a little bit of lemon cordial.
Nice.
Tastes like traditional lemonade. Lovely.
Yeah. Nice.
Now I'm being offered hash browns. Now I've already had a bacon egg and brown sauce sandwich. Right. So I do think we get Cherki done, but I think Cherki might be. I think we really start seeing news on Cherki on Sunday. On Friday.
Well, yeah. After they played the internationals, we'll have to wait. Simple.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, in between, I reckon we're going to manage to do something in between.
Talking of cordials, I do love Ribena.
Look, Ribena, I used to love Ribena, but I feel like it's got watered down in England.
Was it? We get it over here, and it still tastes the same as it does back home. So I do like when I boil the kettle and put hot water in it and drink hot Ribena. It's beautiful.
Nah. My dad used to do that, though. I tell you what, do you like dandelion and burdock?
Yeah.
My dad used to love that as well. My dad used to absolutely love that.
Yeah, my grandma used to get it for us on a Thursday night, so we used to love it. It was sweet.
What, in a bottle?
Yeah.
In a bottle?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it's a long time ago, right? They used to have a cart and a truck come down the road in Whitefield.
Yeah.
Selling pop. So it was dandelion and burdock. And
Vimto.
Yeah. Vimto was brilliant.
Yeah.
I can get that over here now.
From the pop man. This is all my dad, by the way. Like this is. Yeah.
We have Coles over here, which is very similar to Tesco's. And we have a UK section. So you get Twigglets. We get Vimto as well, usually fizzy Vimto. Tango. And
do that again, please, Alan.
You've been Tango. Ding. And then you get a lot of the English stuff over here. Even obviously they have Vegemite over here, which is basically Marmite.
Yeah. Now I see. My dad loved dandelion and burdock. He loved Vimto as well, and And my dad absolutely loved mushy peas. I can't stand mushy peas, me.
Do you know?
I can't stand them.
There's a chippy opened in St Kilda, which is the backpackers area and the beach area on the bay at Melbourne. And they've opened a chippy there called Northern Soul, right? And there's two people from Didsbury that have opened it, and they've got because you don't get the fish and chips like you do at home, right?
No. Yeah. That's where my dad was from, Didsbury originally as well.
So it's like they have the fish and chips, even battered fish. They have pudding. He gets puddings done, and he has the gravy just like and curry sauce, which is tremendous. You know, you don't get it over it. You just don't get it. Like mushy peas, they have. I couldn't believe when I went in and had mushy peas, so I had a load on my chips. Brilliant.
I was a big fan of Teijer as well, and do you know what? That was it. All fish and chip shops sold dandelion and burdock.
Yeah, they did.
What was? Are you? Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Both of them, to be fair, both of them.
Yeah.
Always feel weird saying both of them, right? But my mum always tells me, right, when I was about 9 or 10, someone apparently at school called me. It might have been younger, to be fair. I might have been about 8, but someone apparently called me a bastard, right?
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but a bastard means you've got no dad. I think that's what bastard means. So someone called me a bastard, right? And I turned around and said, "You can't call me a bastard. I've got 2 of them."
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
But no, dandelion and burdock, they always sold that in fish and chip shops. Always.
They do here.
Yeah.
They do here. And I'll be honest with you, I live in North Melbourne area, which is Brunswick East, to be exact. It's very hipster.
Is that what it means? Made of wedlock.
Okay. Yeah, so I must admit that we do get majority of the stuff we get in England are sold here. So it's good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the other one was at the Mary D's chip shop, where I went there. So I never really go there, right? Because when the game finishes, the queue's always too fucking big. But one time, I can't remember when it was, but we had it was a 3 p.m. kickoff game last season, maybe towards the start of last season, right? And I ended up getting up towards the ground at about fucking 11:30 in the morning, which is pretty early for me, right? And the chip shop had just opened, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have some chips from there. And they do different types of curry sauce there, which we don't get down here. So and you never used to when I lived up in Manchester, but that was a long time ago, right? And it was I can't remember, it was something like, I swear it was something like normal chip shop curry sauce, and someone in the comments can probably say it. The other one might have been Scottish curry sauce. Was it Scottish curry sauce? Someone in there. And I was like, what's the difference? They said one of them's a lot spicier. And I never knew that.
Yeah. Well, you get curry sauce over here in that chippy I mentioned in St Kilda. We get HP sauce.
English or Irish, thank you. We do
get HP sauce in the shops here. So that's a standard. That I introduced all my Aussie mates to HP, especially with the fry up. They love it now. They've all got it.
Yeah, that's it. It's English or Irish, and I think the Irish is slightly spicier. So anyway. Another one, if you ever go Wagamama's, right? Get the normal curry sauce on it, but then ask for an extra portion of the spicy curry sauce as well. That's another one. Anyway, let's get back to football. Okay. Fucking someone got it spot on with the transfer news. Went from transfer news to scranning with daps. Yeah, ultimately you're right, because the transfer window is pretty today is pretty shit. But right, just got
playing out. That's why.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So firstly, super chat. Haven't seen this one before. Quality show this. Daps, you're brilliant. Really appreciate the super chat, Lee. Haven't seen that one before. And then Pep getting cooked by MSM for Jack treatment is poor. Who's MSM?
Don't know.
Who's MSM? Someone in the chat.
I know. Talk shite was having a go at him. I know they were having a go at Pep. That Jamie O'Hara was having a dip.
Jamie O'Hara is just an absolute weapon. Anyone that goes on our mainstream media, thank you. Right. anyone that goes ultimately on Jamie O'Hara has gone on a TV show where he has to meet a girl and then basically a dating show, and he's telling her that he's a massive footballer back in England, right? He's an absolute prick. Guy's a tool.
He played for Tottenham and he was shit.
Do you know what? They're going to blame Pep. Like, this is someone yesterday said, we were talking about Pep for England, right? As England manager.
Yeah.
And I said, someone said, why would he ever go to England when all English fans disrespect him? And I said, no. That's not English fans disrespecting Pep. Trust me, every single English fan know how good Pep is. It's rivals finding any way to shit on City. That's what it is.
Of course it is. Of course it is. If he turned around and left City and joined England, everyone would be cheering.
Yeah. Bro, 100%. Look, England got behind Gareth Southgate, right? People call Pep football boring, right? But then get behind Gareth Southgate. So trust me. Look, there was just one comment. This comment here, right? The show is not long enough. We've only got 7 minutes left. Balm or Muffin deserves a whole damn show because it's not Balm or Muffin. For me, right, it's neither. For me, it's a BAP.
It's a Muffin for me because I'm from North Manchester.
Of course, Steve will die on the hill of Muffin, right? Me and Steve have. I mean, when we were in Athens for the Super Cup, we ended up going back to our villa. I am name dropping here, people. So please listen very carefully for the name drop. Yeah. And it's not Steve, by the way. Me, Steve, a couple of other lads, and Grealish's brother, right, went back to our villa till about 6 a.m, right? And I'm telling you, we were debating what to call it because what was it Grealish's brother calls them? What do
Brummies call?
Nah, what do Brummies call fucking rolls?
Well, to me, there's barb cake, muffin, roll, bap, as you call it. What else is there?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, sod it. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I've got to save it as a JPEG. Save. Let me open this. Make it big. Right. Bear with me. We're going to have this debate, sod it. We'll have it now.
Have a guess what Aussies call sweets?
What do Aussies call sweets?
Lollies.
Lollies? Nah.
Lollies. You go in a shop and we go, where's the sweets? Where they go, oh, you mean lollies stuff? It's over there, lollies. All sweets are called lollies here.
See, this isn't the perfect one, but this one will do for now. Right. Hold on. Is that it? Yeah, right. This is it. Bear with me. Right, let me just share screen now.
They call Johnnies. They call Johnnies over here dingers.
Yeah, you lot are mental.
I think seriously, I guess. You got a dingers. Got a dingers.
There we go. So
here we go. Tea cake.
Cob. So that's what Grealish's brother was calling him. A cob. A cob. Okay. Right. For me, it's a BAP. And do you know what? Guess what? Because it's England. Considering I've spent half my life up here, half my life down there. Sorry, half my life down here, half my life up there. I'm a BAP, me.
To me, it's Muffin.
You from Oldham, yeah? All right.
I'm from Whitefield.
You're from Oldham. See, read it. It says Oldham.
No, well, it's not. Muffin. Where's Steve from? Oldham?
Nah, Steve's from Moston.
Well, that's near enough.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not far off. But for me, muffin though, because the thing with a muffin, right, is there is actually a muffin, right? If you go into Tesco's, Sainsbury's, whatever, you can go and buy a muffin, right? A muffin does not look like that. A muffin looks like a fucking muffin. Yeah, so a muffin is one of the ones where I'm like, I'm not having that. Again, a tea cake. Nah, tea cake's mental.
Tea cakes with got raisins in it.
Exactly. But then muffins aren't like rolls. What's that say? Yeah, this is a muffin, right?
Yeah.
It looks completely different. It don't look like a roll. It's not round on top. It's flat on top. I'm not going to eat it, so I don't want to touch it.
Would you say scones or scones?
It's gone.
Scones for me.
See, that is a muffin. It's nothing like a roll.
Who's been to Mackie D's?
Yeah, but it's a muffin. It's a muffin. You can go to a shop and you can buy a muffin, right? So I'll never get that one. But yeah, anyway, there we go. Do you know what? We could all just call it a roll.
Yeah, but they won't. They won't. See, like, yeah, wherever you go, the different wordings for them, isn't it? Really, for everything. So it's weird.
Yeah.
No football talk. All right, guys. You come up with a subject on football.
No. Look. We can talk football talk, but to be fair, listen. This is Good Morning Manchester City, and it seems like I'll be honest with you. Going to football, the amount of times at football I have had this debate, it is a pretty football debate. If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah.
One thing I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen any rumblings about 115? By the way,
Nothing.
Have you not?
No, it gets mentioned. My mate's mentioned it. Leo mentioned it. My Tottenham mate. He mentions it all the time.
Of course he did. He's a rival, but no.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say because there is actually a few things going on with it. So there's one guy all over Twitter, and I don't trust him. The shit. Hold on, let me find him. I think his name's Sant something or other, right? And he hold on, let me find it. He tweeted last night basically saying, got some big news coming, RE115. And he's saying that pretty much City are in a very, very good position, and it's looking likely like City are going to be found innocent of anything.
Well, to me, if they found anything, it would have been done by now.
I hear it. I do hear it. There's a few people saying it. And then people are saying, look, but you get a lot of things wrong. But then he's gone and said, well, go and check Daily Mail or something. And I think Daily Mail have reported something on it. I do feel like something's going to come out soon, you know.
Well, I do as well. I think they were waiting for all the Champions League final and the end of the season before they did anything. I also feel like if we had done something wrong, it would have been done by now.
Yeah.
I think Premier League is trying to save face here, and they know they're in for a lot of shit if we get found innocent.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, where is it? This one. Terry did a bit on it last night on TFT. Look, Terry's got a reminder in his phone for every 7 days, do something about 115. So, I mean, I'm not going to go and watch anything that Terry does on it. Shout out to Football Terrace. Go and check out Football Terrace for other football content. But if you want to know about 115, don't go and check that fucking shithole out. When it comes to that, fuck that.
Can I ask you one question? When the 115 verdict comes out, if we get proved innocent, can I come on the show all day and wind everybody up?
Do you know what? I'm so drained with it. I don't even want to do a show on it, mate. I mean, look, I was thinking about this morning. When it does come out, right, everyone's going to go, yeah, well, you gave him loads of money, right? So it's kind of, you know, that's going to come out. Oh, you paid him off. You paid him off. We know that's going to come out, and then it's like, well, there you go. So you've been waiting for the verdict, only to get the verdict to then say the verdict isn't true. So it's just like, for me, once the verdict comes out, that for me is right. We really don't ever need to fucking talk about this shit ever again, and we move on.
Would you want City to try and sue the Premier League for doing it if we are innocent?
No.
Why?
Because then it drags it on for even longer. And if we do fail to sue them, then people will be like, okay, well, if you are innocent, why have you failed in suing them? It should be easy to sue them. Bro, walk away and go, thank you very much. Never fucking accuse us of shit again. UEFA tried it. You lot have tried it. Both of you have failed. Fuck off and leave us alone. That's it, right?
Yeah.
That is it. But I have no doubt that we probably will try and counter Surin. But just for me, nah. I'm drained from it. This came out. Correct me if I'm wrong. This came out early February 2023. Right? We are now June 2025. I'm bored of it. I'm so bored of it. Like, but anyway, I'm just having one last quick look to see if there is any more news that we can hit you with, apart from, the great news we've had today, which is about Coke Zero and barm cakes. But yeah, I don't see anything else.
What's one of the barm cakes? Is it Thierry Henry?
Well, let's have a look at that right now. Very good shout.
Yeah,
so the voting has spoken, and yep, 63%. I get Henry. Soups gets James. Soups gets James. Henry. There we go. I get Thierry Henry. But right, people, we are going to leave it here. This is going to redirect over to Never a Foul, where we will be talking about Manchester United paying Mbeumo 250 grand a week. But of course, he isn't going for money. We'll also be talking about
all your 130 charges since you want to start lives.
What's the lie?
250k.
So what's he on?
Fabrizio already confirmed it.
So what's he on? I'll answer it. What's he on?
Right now it stands at 45k.
So United are paying him 45 grand a week, not 250 grand a week.
He said he was something similar to Cunha. Just low.
Right, so all right. We'll talk about this on Never a Foul. I don't believe that for shit. I believe that maybe they might have been out by fucking 50 grand, but they're out by 200 grand.
We don't want them 250. It's already come out.
Is this the Bradford?
It's about 150 to 170.
Right, okay, 170, but he's only going there to win stuff.
I've done more than you.
He's got more chance at Brentford.
Recently. Anyway, one last thing, people, before we do go. Remember, this is how you pronounce his name.
Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders. Teijanni Reijnders.